Good evening, daytime drama lovers. Your favorite exhausted insider is here with the biggest, most mind blowing scoop of the decade. And I am not exaggerating. I am sitting here at my desk. It is way past midnight. My coffee is completely cold. My eyes are burning from staring at the screen. But I cannot stop typing. I just can't. Because what I just found out is going to change the bold and the beautiful forever. I am literally shaking as I write this. My fingers are just flying across the keyboard. So please forgive any typos or clunky sentences. I don't have time to edit this. You need the raw, unfiltered truth right now. Because Taylor Hayes is dead. Yes, you read that right. Dead. Gone. Murdered. And the killer is exactly who you think it is. Sheila Carter. I know we have seen crazy things on this soap. We have seen people come back from the dead. We have seen Prince Omar save Taylor before. But this time it is different. This time it is final. And it is the most brutal, heartbreaking, and shocking end to a legacy character that I have ever seen in all my years of covering this show. So grab a seat, take a deep breath, because I am going to break down every single terrifying detail of what just went down. And it is a lot. It is a massive information dump, but you need to know it all. Let's rewind a bit, because we all knew this was coming. We all saw the warning signs. Steffi saw the warning signs. Steffi has been screaming from the rooftops for months. She told her mother to stay away from Deacon Sharp. She ordered her. She begged her. She threatened to cut her off from the family. Steffi knew that Sheila was a psychopath. Steffi took a bullet from Sheila in that dark alley behind Il Giardino. She watched her husband Finn almost die. Steffi knows what Sheila is capable of, but Taylor didn't listen. Taylor thought she was smarter. Taylor thought she was immune. Taylor fell in love with Deacon, and that was her fatal mistake. Deacon is an absolute fool. I just have to say it. The man is delusional. He really thought he could outsmart Sheila. He thought he could sneak around with Taylor and Sheila would never find out. He was just telling Hope that everything was fine. He looked his own daughter in the eyes and told her that Sheila didn't know anything. He promised Hope that Taylor was safe. What a joke. What an absolute arrogant joke. Because Sheila is not stupid. She is a lot of things. But she is not stupid. She saw that pizza box from Il Giardino at the Cliff House. She put the puzzle pieces together. She knew Deacon was lying about his dinner with Hope. She knew something was wrong. And she went digging. So Sheila goes to the hospital. She wants answers. But Steffi had already put the hospital on high alert. Steffi told security to ban Sheila from the building. Steffi was trying to protect her mom. She really was. But security guards on soaps are basically useless. We all know that. Sheila hears her name on the walkie-talkie. She realizes she is a person of interest. So what does she do? She slips into a staff room. She finds a nurse's uniform. And she becomes Nurse Sheila all over again. The classic, terrifying Nurse Sheila. She walks right past the guards. She slips right into the psychiatric ward. And she catches Deacon leaving Taylor's office in disguise. And then she walks in. Taylor is sitting in her office, probably thinking about her romantic future with Deacon. And then the door opens. And there is Sheila, dressed as a nurse, smiling that creepy smile. "Are you ready to take your medicine, Taylor?" she asks. I mean chills. Literal chills down my spine just thinking about it. Sheila demands the truth. She wants to know if Taylor is sleeping with her husband. And Taylor tries to lie. Of course she does. She tries to calm Sheila down. She uses her psychiatrist's voice. But Sheila is not having it. Sheila is furious. She slams her hands on the desk. She screams at Taylor to admit it. "You've been cheating behind my back. Why don't you just admit it, Taylor?" Sheila is losing her mind. And the tension in that room is just suffocating. And then something snaps. A mirror in the office shatters. Maybe Sheila threw something. Maybe the sheer force of her rage broke it. But the mirror shatters into jagged pieces. And Taylor finally breaks. She can't keep up the lie anymore. She is terrified. She is backed into a corner. So she confesses. She tells Sheila the truth. She admits that she and Deacon are having an affair. She admits that she loves him. And that is the moment Taylor sealed her own fate. Sheila's reaction is just raw devastation turning into pure, unadulterated evil. You have to remember, Sheila thought Taylor was her friend. Sheila thought Taylor saved her life on that roof. Sheila confided in Taylor about her marriage problems. And Taylor turned around and slept with her husband. In Sheila's twisted mind, this is the ultimate betrayal. She looks at Taylor. And she tells her that she and Deacon could have had a long, happy life together. And I believe we would be doing that if it weren't for you, Sheila says. Her voice is cold. Dead. If you would just cease to exist. And then it happens. There is a fruit knife on the desk. Just a simple, sharp fruit knife. Maybe Taylor used it for her lunch. Maybe it was just sitting there next to some files. It doesn't matter. What matters is that Sheila sees it. She grabs it. And she doesn't hesitate. She lunges at Taylor. Taylor screams. She tries to back away. But her legs give out. She slips. She falls to the floor. And Sheila is right on top of her. Sheila raises the knife and she brings it down again and again. It is a bloodbath. It is brutal. It is not a clean soap opera death where someone just closes their eyes and goes to sleep. It is a violent, messy, horrific murder. Taylor fights. She gasps. She cries out for help. But nobody comes. The hospital is huge. The walls are thick. And Nurse Sheila is doing what she does best. She is taking a life. Taylor takes her last breath right there on the floor of her own office. The woman who helped so many people, the world-renowned psychiatrist, the mother of Steffi and Thomas, the love of Ridge's life, dead, just dead, lying in a pool of her own blood. And Sheila doesn't cry. She doesn't panic. She stands up, she drops the bloody fruit knife, and she looks at herself in the shattered pieces of the broken mirror on the wall. This is the most poetic and terrifying part of the whole scoop. Sheila looks into the broken glass, and she sees her reflection fractured into a dozen different pieces. And she realizes something. The reformed Sheila is gone. The woman who wanted to be a good mother to Finn. The woman who wanted to be a good wife to Deacon. That woman is dead too. The monster is awake. The devil is back. And she embraces it. She looks at her bloody hands. She looks at her fractured reflection. And she accepts that she is, and always will be, a killer. She turns around and leaves the office, her nurse shoes squeaking on the linoleum floor, walking away from the corpse of her former friend. And now we have to talk about the fallout. Because the fallout is going to destroy Los Angeles. Steffi, my God, Steffi. Steffi is at home or at Forrester Creations? I don't even know. It doesn't matter. She gets the phone call, the police, or Finn. Someone tells her. And Steffi just breaks. She completely shatters. She drops her phone. She falls to her knees. She screams. A guttural, agonizing scream that tears through the room. Finn has to grab her. He has to hold his wife as she violently sobs. Steffi warned her. That is the tragedy of this. Steffi warned Taylor every single day. She begged her. She yelled at her. She told her that Sheila would kill her. And Taylor told her she was overreacting. Taylor told her she had it under control. And now Steffi has to live with the fact that her mother was butchered by the exact woman she warned her about. The guilt, the anger, the absolute devastation. Steffi is going to lose her mind. She is going to go to a dark place. The Forrester family is never going to be the same. Ridge is going to explode. Ridge just found out about the affair from Steffi. He was just ranting about how foolish Taylor was. He was just thinking about playing the hero and saving her. But he was too late. Ridge failed to protect his doc. And that is going to haunt him for the rest of his life. Brooke is going to be in shock. The whole fashion war with Katie is going to seem so pointless now. Everything stops. The world stops. Because Taylor Hayes is dead. And then there's Deacon. Oh, Deacon. You absolute disaster of a man. Deacon gets the news. He is probably at Il Giardino, flipping pizzas, thinking about his next secret hookup with Taylor, thinking he is the king of the world. And then the police show up. Or Hope calls him in tears. And they tell him, Taylor is dead, murdered in her office. And Sheila is the prime suspect. Deacon collapses. He literally falls apart. He drops to the floor. He starts sobbing. Uncontrollable, ugly crying. He loved Taylor. He really did. He felt a connection with her that he hadn't felt in years. But he also loved Sheila. He married Sheila. He stood by Sheila when everyone else hated her. He was the only person Sheila had left in the world. And he betrayed her. He cheated on her. He humiliated her. And because of his actions, his selfishness, his arrogance, because he couldn't keep his pants zipped, he destroyed both of their lives. Deacon realizes the magnitude of what he has done. He loved two women at the same time, and now one is lying on a slab in the morgue. And the other is going to spend the rest of her life in a maximum security prison. He has nothing. He is nothing. He is a broken man crying on the floor of a restaurant. And honestly, he deserves the pain. He caused this. If he had just stayed away from Taylor, if he had just been honest with Sheila, none of this would have happened. But Deacon is a coward, and cowards leave trails of bodies behind them. So what happens next? The police catch Sheila, obviously. She doesn't even try to run this time. She is arrested. She is thrown into a cold, dark cell. The heavy iron doors slam shut. But if you think this is the end of Sheila Carter's story, you are out of your mind. I have sources telling me what Sheila is planning right now. Sitting in that cell, staring at the concrete wall. She is not crying over Taylor. She is not feeling remorse. She is feeling pure, unadulterated hatred for Deacon Sharp. Sheila wants revenge. She is not done yet. She considers Deacon the ultimate traitor. He is the reason she snapped. He is the reason she threw her freedom away. And Sheila is already plotting. She is planning to break out of prison. Yes, another prison escape, but this time she isn't escaping to go on the run. She isn't escaping to start a new life in another country. She is escaping for one reason and one reason only. She wants to kill Deacon. Sheila's plan is the darkest thing the writers have ever come up with. She wants to bust out of that jail. She wants to hunt Deacon down. She wants to look him in the eyes and make him feel the pain that he caused her. And then she wants to murder him, just like she murdered Taylor. And after she kills the man she thought was her soulmate, she plans to kill herself. A murder-suicide, that is her endgame. She wants to take Deacon to hell with her. I am just sitting here trying to process all of this. It is so heavy. It is so dark. The Bold and the Beautiful is usually about fashion houses and love triangles and who is designing the next collection. But right now it is a horror movie. And I can't look away. Think about the ripple effects. Hope is going to be traumatized. She lied for her dad. She covered for Deacon. She gave him the alibi that allowed him to sneak around. Hope is going to blame herself. Liam is going to have to hold her together. Finn is going to have to deal with the fact that his biological mother just murdered his mother-in-law. How does a marriage survive that? How does Finn look Steffi in the eyes, knowing that his flesh and blood slaughtered her mother? The Shin marriage is going to be tested like never before. And what about Forrester Creations? Eric is going to be devastated. The whole company will go into mourning. The war between Brooke and Katie over the Logan fashion house will probably be put on hold. Or maybe it will get worse because everyone's emotions are running so high. Will and Dylan and Electra and RJ, their little young adult drama seems so insignificant now. Ivy's manipulations. Daphne and Carter's pregnancy test. It all feels so small compared to the blood on the floor of the psychiatric ward. But life goes on in Los Angeles. It always does. People will attend the funeral. They will wear black designer dresses. They will cry. They will give eulogies. Ridge will talk about his doc. Steffi will talk about her beautiful, brilliant mother. And Deacon will probably stand in the back, hiding in the shadows, drowning in his own guilt. And somewhere, in a cold prison cell, Sheila Carter will be doing push-ups. She will be sharpening a toothbrush. She will be charming a guard. She will be doing whatever it takes to get out. Because she has a promise to keep. A promise to end Deacon Sharp's life. I need a drink. I need sleep. But I know I won't get any. The image of Sheila looking into that broken mirror is going to haunt my nightmares. The monster is awake, people. The monster is wide awake. And nobody is safe. Not anymore. Keep your doors locked. Keep your loved ones close. And stay tuned, because the nightmare is just beginning. And I will be right here, typing furiously, bringing you every single bloody detail. Now, I'm going to go stare at a wall and try to forget the visual of that fruit knife. But I know I can't. R.I.P. Taylor Hayes. You deserve better. And Deacon Sharp, you better watch your back. Because the devil is coming for you. And she doesn't miss twice. I mean, let's just think about the history here for a second. Let's really dig into the past. Because if you know B&B history, you know this was destined to happen. Sheila and Taylor have a history that goes back decades. Sheila shot Taylor before. We all remember that. She shot Taylor and Brooke. Taylor died then too, but she came back. Omar saved her. But the trauma of that event lingered for years. And then, in a crazy twist of fate, they became friends. Or at least, frenemies. Taylor saved Sheila's life on that roof. Sheila was ready to jump, She thought she had killed Finn. She was consumed by grief. And Taylor, the woman she once terrorized, reached out a hand and pulled her back from the ledge. They bonded over that. Sheila actually thought she had an ally in the Forrester camp. She thought Taylor understood her. She thought Taylor saw the good in her. And when Sheila started having problems with Deacon, who did she go to? Taylor. She went to the psychiatrist. She asked for help. She asked for advice on how to save her marriage. And what did Taylor do? She listened to Sheila. She nodded. She played the good doctor. And then she went to the Cliff House, stripped down to her lingerie, and slept with Sheila's husband. I'm not saying Taylor deserved to die. Nobody deserves to be brutally stabbed to death in their office. But you have to admit, the betrayal is staggering. It is a psychological mind game that would break anyone. But it broke a psychopath. And when you break a psychopath, people die. It's just so clunky and messy and awful. And Deacon, he is the catalyst for all of this. He couldn't just be happy. He had a successful restaurant. He had a wife who adored him. He had his daughter Hope back in his life. He was finally a respectable member of society, but it wasn't enough. It's never enough for Deacon. He thrives on chaos. He thrives on doing the exact thing he is told not to do. Steffi told him to stay away, so of course he had to have her. He had to have Taylor, the forbidden fruit, and now the fruit knife has ended it all. I'm just rambling now. My brain is fried, but I can't stop thinking about Steffi. Steffi is a true victim here. She loses her mom. She loses her sense of security. She is going to look at Finn and see Sheila's eyes. It's going to destroy her. Alright, I'm done. I'm publishing this. Read it and weep, soap fans. Because the golden era of Taylor Hayes is officially over, and the dark, bloody era of the awakened monster has begun.